and welcome to another edition of News Showcase. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Chief Minister M.K Stalin moved two resolutions in the Tamil Nadu Assembly. The first one was on the One Nation, One Election proposal, and the second against delimitation based on a new census. One Nation, One Election is an idea being pushed by the Indian government to conduct polls for parliament and state legislatures at the same time. Stalin told the House that a single election was against the principles of democracy, impractical and not enshrined in the Constitution of India. Tamil Nadu also fears it will get lesser representation in parliament if seats are based on the size of a state's population, which is known as the delimitation process. Farmers staging a second day of protest have gathered on the borders of Delhi, which has been sealed by police to stop them. On Tuesday, police broke up an assembly of farmers with tear gas and dropped smoke bombs from drones. The protesters are demanding a rollback of debts, pension and legal guarantees for the minimum support price for their produce. India's Agriculture Minister Arjun Munda has appealed to the protesting farmers to avoid inconvenience to the public, while the farmers expressed anger at the government for using force against them. Reports say there has been little or no progress in talks between them and the authorities. The farmers from states surrounding Delhi arrived on farm tractors and other vehicles with food and essential supplies that could last for months. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who is on a visit to the United Arab Emirates, has stressed on the value of clean and transparent governance as a critical component in tackling the issues throughout the world. In his address at the World Government Summit, he praised UAE President Sheikh Mohammed bin Zayed as a dynamic leader and a visionary. This is Prime Minister Modi's seventh trip to the United Arab Emirates since 2015. He has also lined up discussions with the senior officials to further strengthen the current relationship. On Tuesday, Modi interacted with the Indian diaspora, described as the biggest ever held, at the Zayed Sports City Stadium in Abu Dhabi, reportedly attended by over 65,000 guests. The UAE's first Hindu temple is also being unveiled by Prime Minister Modi, which is described as a state-of-the-art structure built on a 27-acre area. The construction of BAP's temple in Abu Dhabi started in 2018 during Modi's visit to the country. The land to build the temple was gifted by the UAE government. UAE is home to a large number of Indians, believed to be the biggest expat community in the country, and analysts say a temple will strengthen cultural ties between the two nations. Congress party leader Sonia Gandhi has presented her nomination papers from the state of Rajasthan in the next upper house elections. Daughter Priyanka Gandhi Vadra and son Rahul Gandhi were at her side in the city of Jaipur. Party leaders said Gandhi's choice of Rajasthan was aimed at sending a positive message to supporters in the state, and it would be her first term. The 77-year-old politician has served 5 terms as a lawmaker in the lower house, and in 2019 she declared that it would be her final term in the house. Gandhi was first elected in 1999, immediately after becoming president of the Congress party. She is only the second in the Gandhi family to join the Rajya Sabha after former Prime Minister Indira Gandhi. Reports say the Enforcement Directorate has opened a money laundering investigation into digital payments company Paytm Payments Bank. The company, which was one of India's most successful financial startups, rejected the allegations as factually incorrect. In January, the Reserve Bank of India, the country's central bank, prohibited the firm from processing credit transactions for the majority of its services. The move effectively shut down its operations, including its popular digital wallet service, for non-compliance with the rules. The company's talks with the government to resolve the issue ended without any success. The value of Paytm stock has dropped by more than 45%, wiping out an estimated $2.6 billion in shareholder capital. Reports say more than 1 million people took a dip in the Ganga River to mark the occasion of Bazan Panchami in cities in Uttar Pradesh. Devotees, including men, women and children of all ages, began gathering in the morning for the bathing festival. Some reports said an estimated 1.7 million people were seen on the banks of the river, despite a light rain. Due to the massive turnout, authorities extended the length of the bathing areas along the riverside, with changing facilities for the devotees. The riverbanks were placed under surveillance using cameras with artificial intelligence technology and a large deployment of police and other security units. Former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif and leader of Pakistan People's Party Bilawal Bhutto have agreed to form a government in Pakistan. The move comes after none of the parties won a clear majority in the parliamentary elections last week. Sharif's Pakistan Muslim League said that Bhutto will assist in choosing a prime minister. An official with Sharif's PML said he intends to propose his brother Shehbaz Sharif as prime minister after talks with his partner parties. Another ex-Prime Minister Imran Khan, who is in jail on various charges, emerged as the biggest winner after independents supporting him picked 93 seats in the polls. Khan and his party, banned from the polls, said there was widespread rigging of votes, a charge denied by the authorities. Counting of votes is underway in Indonesia, where voting was held to choose a new president, a vice president, and members of the legislature. Nearly 200 million individuals who reside on Indonesia's 17,000 islands in 3 different time zones are thought to have taken part in the vote. The current frontrunner is retired General Prabowo Subianto, a former Minister of Defense with a horrific human rights record. It has raised concerns that Indonesia might revert to its authoritarian past. Anies Baswedan and Ganjar Pranowo, whose party backed the 2 prior campaigns of outgoing President Widodo, are also in the race. The Israeli military is claiming to have spotted its most wanted man, Hamas mastermind Yahya Sinwar, inside a tunnel under the city of Khan Yunis in Gaza. If the man seen in the footage is confirmed as Sinwar, it will be his first sighting since the conflict broke out in Gaza in October. The 1-minute video, which was made public by the military, appears to show Sinwar with his wife and 3 children, led by his brother Ibrahim, inside a tunnel. The military said artificial intelligence technology was used to identify him from his distinguishing walk, body profile, and the size of his ears. Reports said it was Hamas surveillance footage obtained by the Israeli military. US billionaire Elon Musk has said it is impossible for President Vladimir Putin to lose the war in Ukraine. The comments came during a discussion on his social media platform X about Western backing for Ukraine to fight and defeat the Russian invasion, which began 2 years ago. Musk stunned the participants when he said Putin was under pressure to fight and win the war, and backing out would result in his assassination. Participants included opponents of a bill that would provide $60 billion in aid to Ukraine alone and another $35 billion in assistance to Israel, Taiwan, and humanitarian aid for Gaza. Musk has expressed similar views before, and he has been criticized by Ukraine and the US Democrats. Jeff Bezos has sold more of his Amazon shares, raising the total sales value to almost $4 billion in recent days. The digital giant, established by Bezos in 1994, announced that he has sold 24 million Amazon shares this month. Bezos, who is the executive chair of the company, last sold Amazon stock in 2021. This month, the business said that he intended to sell 50 million shares over the course of the following year, which at current prices are valued at approximately $8.4 billion. A regulatory filing at the weekend revealed that the first sale of 12 million shares and an additional 12 million shares were declared for sale recently. Bezos has also donated Amazon shares for charitable causes, and the most recent donation was done in 2022. The U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Alejandro Mayorkas has become the first cabinet member to face impeachment in almost 150 years after the House of Representatives narrowly voted in favor of the decision. Mayorkas is held accountable by many Republicans for the extraordinary number of migrants at the U.S.-Mexico border. The move was approved by the Republican-led chamber by 214 to 213 votes, following the failure of the attempt last week. According to reports, the decision is likely to fail when it reaches the Democrat-led Senate. President Joe Biden on Tuesday called the vote a political stunt and a blatant act of unconstitutional partisanship. Immigration is a divisive and politically sensitive issue, as more than 6.3 million people have entered the U.S. illegally since 2021. One of the most visited tourist sites in the world, Bali, now charges foreign visitors a levy of $10. According to Indonesian officials, this is necessary to preserve the ecosystem and culture of the island. Bali is well known for its stunning scenery, clean beaches, and surfable waves. According to official figures, nearly 4.8 million tourists visited Bali between January and November of last year. The tax is applicable to international visitors arriving in the province from other regions of the nation, but not for domestic visitors. It is recommended that travelers use the Love Bali website to make their payment in advance. Prior to the pandemic, 60% of Bali's yearly GDP came from tourism. Thank you for watching. I am Priya, Tamil Nadu's first artificial intelligence news presenter. Do tune in, same time tomorrow, for a roundup of the latest news and updates in India and around the world.